Um, Fasten your seatbelts. We're going to take off shortly. No, I'm going to talk for about 10 minutes or so, maybe less now, and kind of set up what we're doing and why. And now I think what I'm going to do is go into a big picture of where Shinzen's work fits into that. And then I'm going to present the techniques in a certain kind of way, just so you know we'll be getting tastes of it. So we're going to try that one for 10 minutes or so and say, okay, how'd you like that? You know, so that's kind of how we're working today. But hopefully I've designed it in a way where you will have some kind of experience that you can look to. Also, I'm going to, because of the vast amount that I'm going to be presenting, you're all scared now, aren't you? Notice those body sensations. No, okay. There are a lot of ways of bringing attention, bringing our awareness to our experience. There's a lot of ways to do that. In the mindfulness tradition, probably the most common that is taught would probably be tuning into the breath, the breathing. That's probably one of the first places people go. Another common one would be tuning into body, like body scanning. Sometimes people notice thoughts are happening, maybe to let them go. There's some noting traditions that tune into what you're doing at any given moment, and they're all great and good. What Shinzen Young has done is, we have more people coming in. Someone just guide them. We'll just go on in this way. Shinzen is, hi, how are you? Shinzen is a somewhat unusual meditation teacher in that he's of the scientific mathematical bend. And so he has put together a very clear, precise, algorithmical, like if you can follow a recipe, you'll like this very much. What I think is key to what Shinzen presents is the way that he categorizes experience. We have our body, we have our mind, there's the external world. Your whole sense of self, who you are, where, when, why, and how you feel about it comes in from your five senses and your thought process, right? He has a way of categorizing this experience in a way that's quite unique and quite key to how effective his techniques are. He divides it into three modalities: somatic in the body, visual, and auditory. And each one of those has two parts. Somatic in the body, he divides all body sensation into two categories. Pretty simple. One is what he calls feel, and he uses his words and terminology. He's quite precise of how he defines his words. And he uses the word feel to mean any sensation that is emotional in nature. So if you have a lump in your throat, or you're feeling fear in your chest, or an ache in your heart, or love, feeling that, those sensations in the body would be what he calls feel. Because we use the word feel often to mean a lot of things. We use the word feel to mean, hi, I'm feeling, my hand's feeling this, or I feel you should do that, which really means I think, right? The word feel in this formulation means simply body sensations that are emotional in nature. So feel and emotion. Those, for our purposes now, that's how that word gets defined. So in terms of the body, he has feel, and then all other body sensations are touch. So I feel my butt on the chair, and I feel my hands touching each other, and I feel my tongue in my mouth, and that's all touch sensations. But also in the touch category, even though the word touch you wouldn't think of as applying, would be my breathing. I have a sensation, a tactile sensation of breathing. My digestive system, I'm full, I'm hungry. The elimination system, my bladder's full. That's a sensation, that's an objective sensation. So he's really dividing this into subjective and objective. subjective emotions. Objective, all the tangible touch sensation, pain would be objective. How we respond to it might be subjective, right? So he categorizes experience into somatic, visual, and auditory. The somatic in the body is feel and touch. Visual is subjective and objective. Subjective is images we see, right? You close your eyes, you see pictures. That's the thought process. That's subjective, right? Objective, you open your eyes, you see sight. Pretty easy and tangible, both visual. And then auditory, subjective is, oh, you know, you talk to yourself in your head, hear that voice? Yeah, you're going to be late, right? Whatever the running commentary is we have in our head, that's subjective, that's part of the thought process. Objective would be, hi, I hear sound. You're now hearing the sound of my voice. We hear the water, right? So those are his 6 categories of experience. He's had those for as long as I've worked with him. And those, I believe, are quite key to the power and effect of his system. Now, I'm using the word system to mean the 5 ways, which is what if you saw the flyer. You went, hi, I'm going to present Shinzen Young's 5 ways. And I listed them a little bit, and you're probably going, okay, what are those 5 ways? Within the 5 ways are the categories I've described. Within the 5 ways are techniques. Each of the 5 ways could be considered a technique. You could even take a piece of one of the 5 ways, and that would be a complete technique for your life. So you don't have to do all 5 ways, right? I'm just kind of presenting what they are. Each of the 5 ways is also a strategy. And here's where Shinzen's techniques and what he presents is quite an amazingly effective, powerful event, is that he has ways of using these techniques as strategies in life. He believes that in any given moment, there's an opportunity being presented. And in fact, he's even said many times, he believes that every given person there's a possibility in any given moment of that person becoming classically enlightened, and his job is to help facilitate that. But the key to that, whether it's enlightened, I came from Ohio, which was football, and I love that because every play was designed for a touchdown. You know, it's like, yeah, that's what we're going for. But whether you're going for enlightenment or even just having more satisfaction in life and less suffering, there's an opportunity in every moment. And the strategy part of this system is being able to, A, recognize the opportunity, and B, have some kind of technique to implement that can take advantage of that opportunity. Thus, the 5 ways. Do you have to learn them all? No. But they cover just about every opportunity that's going to come up, right? And for any opportunity, and by opportunity that could be, hi, I have a stabbing pain in my back, right? That's an opportunity. For any opportunity, there's more than one way you could come in and work on it. But different people have different preferences, have different natural abilities to do something or not, or maybe something is more helpful in that particular situation. So that, to me, is the kind of summing up of what Shinzen Young does that's a little different, as opposed to everyone has to learn the same one technique. What might be good for you at this moment might be a combination of this, this, and this to take advantage of the lovely opportunities that life provides us.